Good evening and welcome to 60 and Beyond with Skylark. And thank you to all my loyal followers who join me on the first Monday of every month as I speak inspirational thoughts, wisdom, experiences, and just my own heartfelt thoughts. And for you newcomers, again, I do this the first Monday of every month. It is 60 and Beyond with Skylark. And what it's about, it started a few years ago, just really finding myself turning 60 and all the changes that were coming with that age. And I wanted to share them and talk about them and hopefully inspire you. So I'm outside tonight on this beautiful night. It's the beginning of June, and what a week it's been. A week ago today, George Floyd lost his life to a lone police officer. We all know this. And I don't really want to go on too long tonight because we've all been very overwhelmed by these images, by the past week, by the rioting, by the looting, by the utter chaos and mayhem that has taken place in our streets and cities across our great nation. And I'll just make a simple statement that I am completely brokenhearted, as most of you are, if not all of you, about what has transpired. And I often quote Martin Luther King. If you like my Skylark Live Facebook page, you'll see that I post a quote each day. I missed today. I just wasn't up to it today, quite frankly. But every day, pretty much, I post a quote by either Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, something biblical, and it's an inspirational quote, I hope, and then I add a question. And it's called Physical Distancing Reflection. And I started that probably a couple of weeks ago. So like that page, Skylark Live, this is my YouTube channel that I'm talking from. I will post, those are my keys. I will post this to my Facebook Skylark Live page and my main page, and I will post it to Instagram. I'll try and put it up on Twitter and LinkedIn. I like to get it on all those social media channels. So there's been a lot of trauma, I'll use that word, in the last week. It wasn't bad enough being in a pandemic and being quarantined for so long, and now we're in phase 1 and we're stepping out, and it feels good. It really is necessary. And I miss my friends and I miss my family that I haven't really seen a lot of, but I've been taking beautiful walks with one of my sisters and looking at amazing flowers that are blooming, and that's kept me happy and kept me inspired. Had a very bad day yesterday emotionally. I was so devastated. I woke up feeling lost, confused, frightened, angry, all the emotions that I think most of us are feeling. I mean, my goodness, how could you not? And then George Floyd gets murdered at the hands of a police officer. And 3 others stood by and didn't do anything to stop him from pressing his knee on George's neck until there was no more life left in him. And we'll never get those images out of our mind. I have not watched the entire video, and I don't plan to. I saw maybe 30 seconds of it, and it was all I really needed to see to know what happened and how I felt. And I am so glad to the justice system that they have arrested him. They're charging him with 3rd-degree murder and manslaughter, and I am waiting for the charges to come for the other 3 police officers. I believe that they were, and now the word's going to escape me, an accessory to a murder. Yes, I do. But I have said from the very beginning that I will absolutely under no circumstances condone the violence and the rioting and the looting in the streets. There's never an excuse for it. I understand where it comes from. I really do. But I follow Martin Luther King's example, and that is of nonviolence, and Mahatma Gandhi's example of nonviolence. Now, unfortunately, both of those men met their ending violently, but that was just what happened, unfortunately. But let's be better. Let's be peaceful. Let's march peacefully. Let's protest peacefully. I'm all for protest. I'm all for social justice. And Terrence Floyd, I'm assuming that's his last name as well, although I haven't heard that, but for lack of that knowledge, I'll say Terrence Floyd, George's brother, came out today and asked for peaceful protest. So let's honor the life and the death, unfortunately, of George Floyd and of his brother's plea to keep it peaceful. I think things have calmed down. I have not watched really much news today. I needed a break. I needed to heal because I was, oh my God, I felt so horrible yesterday. I hope I don't feel like that ever again. It was really kind of scary, you know, when you get so sad and you feel so lost. But I managed to bring myself back. I know a lot of the modalities to do that, like meditation and yoga breaths and going out for a walk and sitting still and good self-talk. You know, I implore these things, so I practice it on myself. Good music, you know, nothing like some great jazz, some great reggae. You know, so I pulled myself back and I had a much better day today. I felt much more centered. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. I needed that. So please, and I'm asking for, and I think this is what has to be done. I don't think George Floyd's life can be in vain. Something has to shift now, and I really, for the first time, I really believe it's going to, because I think it has to. Because I think if it doesn't, we're all going to be so disheartened. And God only knows what kind of rioting would continue. So number one, I'm asking for the 3 police officers. I don't know their names. Maybe I should, but I don't. I'll try and, I don't know what that is. Oh, a bird. I'll try and figure that out, but it's not important right now. I think they should be placed under arrest. I think we'll see calm if that happens. And I think that our mayors of our major cities across America and our governors and our president have to come together and form a coalition and have a weekly meeting until they can figure this thing out. Police brutality among the African American community and people of color cannot continue, of any of us. But that's who we're talking about this week. It cannot continue. It has to stop. It has to stop, and it has to stop now. Because if not now, when? When another beautiful black person is murdered? No. No, that's unacceptable. So they have to come together, and they have to figure this out, and they have to have police reform. How are our police officers trained? What is their background check? Who are they? What are they bringing to the force? And when there are blatant complaints against a police officer, they must be disciplined, if not fired from the force. This guy had, I think, 18 complaints of excessive force. Hell fucking no. No, unacceptable. Excuse my language, but that word, fuck, sometimes is the only word that's effective. So, come on, our leaders, you got to rise to the table. It's at your door now, and there is no denying it. So something has to be done. We need reform. And we need communities of disenfranchised people, for lack of a better term. I hate those terms, but I'll use it in just for reference. For marginalized people, for people of color to put money into their communities and build them and give these people some dignity that they deserve. It's time. I will not go out and protest. That is my choice. This is my platform. My 60 and Beyond vlog is my platform. And I speak from my heart. That's it. Off the cuff. I think about what I want to say. I don't practice it. I speak from my heart, and the words just come. Let's see. All right, we're 9 minutes. I don't want to hold everybody too long. But I do want to show you something beautiful. These are the grounds that I live on, and I live in a mixed community. As a matter of fact, I'm a minority in this community. We have beautiful African American families and Latino families from all over the globe. This is my community. It's gorgeous. We have these big, beautiful trees. You can hear the children. We have families. People get married here. They have children. They raise children. We are very proud of this little beautiful complex that we live on. Look at that sky. I post gorgeous sunsets. We see the moon. The moon is up. There it is in the trees. Maybe I can... I've got to pick up my keys or I'm going to forget where they fell. So I apologize. There's the moon. Bella Luna. Look at that. Ah, how beautiful. And my garden, which is starting to bloom. Look at my rose bush. I'm so excited. I come out every day and check. We have a rose of Sharon. We have tiger lily. We have sedum. I do not know what these are. There's some kind of lily. I just stuck them in the ground last year and I really don't remember what they are. We have moonbeam. I believe these are phlox. And we have another tiger lily. I hate those silver boxes back there. I'm gonna have to do something there. Another rose of Sharon and another tiger lily. Lamb's ear. This is a big, bright, hot pink plant. And then I've got an anemone, I think it's called. It's a beautiful pink flower. And there's more lilies. This was an empty patch of land that I just planted like crazy. And then these are all going to fill in, rhododendron. And then I've got these rocks from all the different places that Ward and I have traveled. They're Montauk Point, Orient Point, Greenport, upstate, really all over Long Island and Connecticut. That's from Ward's house, where he grew up. And that is my gorgeous rose bush. This smells so sweet, this rose bush. It's absolutely beautiful. And yeah, so reform, and it's gonna come. It has to come, and it doesn't matter, Democratic, Republican, either side. We've got to have reform, and that's all there is to it. And what else? I have, if I can get in here without killing myself, I've got geranium, and oh my gosh, I just went blank. Impatiens, New Guinea impatiens, yeah. And then I'm going to show you a couple of little stray cats that come every night. And then I've got my peony going to bloom any day. And then another rose bush. I've got my chimes and hydrangea and a couple of, beautiful pieces of wood. And of course, someone dropped a cigarette butt in my garden. That is unacceptable. But there is the cross. I have to have my cross made out of rocks. So, yeah. Changes are coming. It has to. I feel it in my heart. I really do. I really feel, oh my God, this person, this poor man, this beautiful man lost his life, but it's not going to be in vain. It can't be in vain. So remember that name, George Floyd. Let's get it in our psyche, because he's going to be the one to finally wake this country up and have reform on all of our police forces across the nation, not just in Minneapolis, everywhere. Because this has happened in New York far too many times. It's happened in Philly, in DC, in Chicago. It just can't continue. So please, please, please protest peacefully. Organize. Get your thoughts clear and concise, and say what you want. Say what you want to see change. And stay focused and don't stop. Don't give up until you see change. But you can't be destroying communities and property and setting police cars on fire. It's not justified. It just isn't. We all know this. I'm gonna turn it around one more time. And look at that. All right, beautiful June, happy summer. Oh, God bless us one and all. Give us a beautiful summer, Lord. Will you please watch over us, protect us? Try and get those roses in the background. All right, everybody. I love you. Stay well. And let's not forget about COVID-19. Be careful, wear that mask. Although I'm not wearing one because nobody's around. That's the other misconception I want to clear up. Everybody thinks when you go outside you have to have a mask on. That is not true. If you can't socially distance, you should wear one. But I haven't really been around anybody. I mean, I live on this property. I'm going to turn it one more time. It's like a park. It's so beautiful, and we can socially distance, so I think we're fine. It's when you go in a store. You cannot go into a store without a mask. No, 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 no. And now I think shopkeepers can turn you away if you don't have one on. So wear that mask. Let's be patient. I'm getting antsy, I must admit. I really am. But I went to one of the beaches down here the other day. It was a county beach. No, town beach. I went to Islip Beach. And oh, it was wonderful. I was alone for like 4 hours. Heaven on earth. I so needed it. Looking out on Fire Island. I just needed to clear my head, you know? We need to do that. Take good care of yourself. I love you. Peace to everybody, and I will see you July 1st. I don't know what date the first Monday of July is. I think it's, I don't know, the 5th? I have no idea. But I'll see you then. Until then, be safe. Keep hope alive. Good night.